In this video, we'll discuss the quadratic formula. We are to create the quadratic formula using the MIT App Inventor. This is a free website, so anyone can use this one, provided that you have to log in using your Google account. So these are the flow of our discussion today. So these are the steps. First is we have to design the screen. Our design will be based on the uh, process on uh, creating or providing the solutions to the quadratic equation. So we have to design. Okay, so for example, this one in quadratic formula, remember that we need A, B, and C. So using the formula, then we can compute for the roots. We have the x1 and x2 corresponds to the roots of the quadratic function. So these are the input. We have A, B, C. So we have to do it. This one is actually for these labels, and these are the input boxes. So when you click it, then you can input numbers. After that, you have to push the calculate button in order to execute the formula. And then when clicking this one, will provide an answer to the first root label called x1, and we have the second root or the x2. Then if you have to repeat your process, you have to click the reset. So therefore we need to design first. Then after that, step 2, we have to go for coding using blocks. Actually, coding is actually programming, that MIT provides the easiest way to do the coding, because we will use the blocks. So all you need to do is to drag and insert. So it is actually a programming process. So if your blocks will fits in, then it's means to say that you are on the proper syntax. So if you cannot insert it, then we call that as a syntax error. Okay, so then this will be the blocks that we need to do it. And this is for the quadratic formula. So we have to do it now from scratch. Then after creating the screen designing, then we have the coding, the programming part. Next is we have to build the APK file extension. The APK file extension will be the file that we need to have it and send it to our mobile phone. It's because that this you have to install it. Okay, now creating or building the APK, there are two ways. No? You have to click on the MIT, still in the MIT environment, you have to click the build, and there are two options. You can create an APK extension file using QR code, or you can click the save APK to my computer. So you can choose any. Now the requirement of having or clicking the QR code, provided that you have the QR scanner. So if you have it, then you have to do it on screen actual, because it will generate an QR code, or you can send it to your computer by clicking the apps. That's it. Now after this, this is the file that we need to do. Example, this is example. By the way, this is pre-fall, but we have the quadratic formula, so we will use the quadratic AP. This is just an example. Then after that, this we will send it to our mobile phone, then install it. So we will provide everything in order to have the final output, which is the quadratic formula. So once installed, it can be seen. Your icon will be seen in the browser of your cell phone. That's it. Okay, so then you have to open your be sure that you have the internet, because this should be online activity. So in the Google browser, you have to type in the MIT App Inventor. Then you have to click the inventor. Okay, so then click this one or any of these two. You click it, then this will be the window that will pop up. So then you have to create the app. So create apps, click the button. Then you have to log in your Google account. For me, I have three. So I will click my Visa account. So you can notice this. If you have, if you doesn't have the project, so this will be an empty part. So all you need to do is to start a new project, and after that, type your project name. So in our case, we will have the Quadratic Formula as our file name. You can do it any file name if you want. Then click OK. Then this will be the result. So this is now our area for our mobile phone. So you can notice that we have the screen, the text. This corresponds the uh, project entire the screen. Then all we need to do is to add components on this. By the way, we have 4 columns. The first column is the for palette. So palette, we have the user interface, we have the sensors, everything below, and this will be our viewer. So this is where that we can design our app. This is purely designing. Then after that, the third column is these are components. So we need to add components here, like buttons. We need the labels. So we have, because we are designing, so we are creating actually components along the way. Then the last column will be the properties of for every component. So when you click this one, these are the properties for the screen. Okay, then you can change we have this screen here. So we can change the name of that screen by typing this one. I think I will call this as the roots of the quadratic equations. Okay, so that's it. So after that, it will pop up with this one. So the screen one was changed to the roots of the quadratic functions. This is by MFS. You can customize, no? You can choose any name. And after that, okay. So take note that this is not the first step. We have to design the screen. So this is it. So we need to have this one. Actually, I put this one so that the viewers can see the picture out the problem, because this one actually this one is our quadratic equation. So ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then in order to solve for the solution of the x, we need to have the quadratic formula. So we already know this in our previous mathematics. So x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared over minus 4ac all over 2a, where a, b, and c are the coefficients of the value. So this will a, b, and c will serve as our input. So a, b, c are the input. So we will create this one, labeling, and we have these input boxes. We have 3 boxes. And by the way, we put some comments here or note that you have to enter coefficient values, but take note that a should not be equal to 0, because a cannot be 0. Because when a is equal to 0, this cannot be called as a quadratic equation anymore, because the entire term becomes 0. So what we have is only the linear function. So it violates the rules. So a should not be equal to 0. You can set a, b, and c to be 0, any real numbers, but a you cannot. So therefore we need to have this design interface. So set. So we'll have the picture first. So you can click this image, then drag it here. So this will be the appearance. Then after that, by the way, you can change the screen. You can change the screen alignment. You can click the horizontal alignment as center. So then click, okay, so notice that this will be center. So all components will be placed at the center, because components below the screen are actually the things that we need to fit in. So we have now screen, which is inside image. So the purpose of the image is to create the what the question of the quadratic and the quadratic formula. Just I've seen it before. So then we can actually set the alignment of or the horizontal or the vertical and horizontal alignment or this dimension. So we can set the height from automatic to, let us say, 80 pixels. You can also use the percentage. So pixels or percentage. Then just explore. Then click OK. So then we need also to adjust the width by 80% with that. So this will be the the height is 80 pixels, and in the width we have the 80%. So I use the percentage. So this will be the area that will cover your image now. So next is you have to, since there is no image here, all you need to do is to add. So click this button, then it will pop up with none because you don't have yet the picture that you want to upload. All next, you have to upload file. After that, you have to choose the file from your computer. So this will be my target. So find your own location of your pictures. Click it, then this will be the result. Okay. So next is we need to have the comments, enter data, enter coefficient. So take note, we have this one. So we have done this picture. We have to take the label. So click the label, this one, then drag it here. This one, this is it. And you can change the entry or the text. Change it to enter coefficient, and take note that a should not be equal to 0. That's it. Okay. So the next is we have to do now the input process. So we have to input A, B, and C. So to do it is the proper the ideal is you have to use the layout so that your labeling will be arranged properly. So to do it is you need to click this one, the table arrangement. So in the table arrangement we have two columns and we have the 2 rows. So what we need is, since we have 3 coefficients A, B, and C, so we need 2 columns and three rows. This is it. Okay. So then next is you have to fit in now the level. So this level now is for A, and another is for B, and these are the 3 levels now. Then after that, this second column of your table will be our input box because we need to input. No? So therefore, we cannot use the level. So all you need to do is to click the input box so that when you click it, you can type number. Labeling, you're gonna type in the label button. So then click it. So take note, we have 3. So 3 times you have to drag this one, place it there. That's it. So then next is we have to change the labeling. Sure, for A, this is for A. So all you need to do is to go down, then look for this one. So you just set this to A again, text. This one should be changed also. But then you can change the alignment from left to right so that it will be adjusted to your input or input number. Then change it for B and C. Okay, this is it. This is it. So what we have now is what? We have the input boxes. 3 input boxes for A, B, and C. The next is we need a button. We need a button. So all you need to do is to button for what? Calculation and reset. Reset is used for your recalculations for another problem. So then we need buttons. So do it because we have 2 buttons. So we need to have the table arrangement again. Table arrangement. So set this to 2 columns and 1 row only. 1 row, it's because that we have the button and we have the reset. So then next is to drag this one, then put it here, then drag another. So we have 2. We have 2 push buttons. So the push button is used for posting one. You have to push it in your computer, in your cell phone. Then there must be something change on uh, the appearance of your. So we need to. This is for execution. No? So we need buttons for labeling. Is label images or input. So we have the input here. Okay, then next is we need to have what? After, by the way, we have to change the name from text. So you have to change the text names so that we can know a friendly appearance. We have the calculate and we have the reset. And after that, this is where the output will comes in. So you have to add another column or table. So we have two columns and two rows. So the first one, this one is for the row, for x1 row, first row. This will be the second row. So this should be an empty part. So we have the first row x1 empty, then second row. So to empty is just remove the anything inside the text. That's it. Okay. By the way, in order to have a good looking appearance, so you can change the screen background. So I choose the dark gray. Is it? So the screen now becomes gray. Now take note that there are labels that cannot see. So you have to change also. So depending on your ideal one. So for me, I will change this to green. Okay, just click the font color. Then this one should be what? Blue. Okay, blue. Then this will follow also. This is my choice. You have different. Maybe you can design it much better than this. So then I will use this one, and we have this one. So these are the colors. Then for the calculate button, usually we use green to tell us our viewers, to tell the viewers that you have to go on. So I will use green, and I will use the reset red color. And for my first row, I have here the colors back down. So this is it. These are the designing of your mobile app. So this is, we cannot activate this one yet because this is only appearance of your cell phone. So we have to proceed to the next one. So we are now ready. So since we have this one as our appearance of the app, the next is to click the blocks. Take note that in the menu, we have the screen, you have to add screen, you have to remove the screen, you can publish to gallery of the MIT. We have the designer block. This is the designer. So after designing, you have to do the blocks or the coding. This is where the programming activity will comes in. So click this one. Okay. By the way, there's something that we need to do it before that, before going to block. We have to, in order to have a convenient process in doing the blocks in programming, we have to label it properly. For example, this one, this should be A. This should be B. To do it is you have to change the name. Just click it, click A, then click name, then type in your target variable. So these are the input values. Okay. So we have A. Anything that will be put it here in the text box will be assigned to A, and this will be B, C, and so on. Okay, then for the calculate, we have to change the name of the calculate button also. Although the text was changed, but in the component, in order to have a convenient way to form the codes, we need to change the or have our ID, our variable name. So calculate button, reset button, and we have this one. This is just label. So this one will be our x1, and this one is the x2. So we are now ready to do the blocking. So click again. So okay, blocking. So what will be the appearance of that? So the appearance will be, by the way, take note that we are done with designing, so we go to blocking. So what's inside the block? So what will we do in block coding? So these are the flow charts. So from our problem, the quadratic equations, we will provide the roots of x for the quadratic equations using quadratic formula. So the flow must be what? First, we have the input device. So the feeding up the A, B, and C, now our appearance. And after that, we have to analyze this data. So the value given from the input box ABC, we have analyzed this. Now take note that there are things to examine properly. Look at the formula. The formula to calculate the roots, we have the negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now remember that the square root means the radicand or the discriminant should not be a negative number. Because if it is a negative number, we cannot find a real root. It is imaginary. So we need the real root. So therefore, the b square should be what? Should be greater than 4ac. So for any number that any values of a, b, and c, if the b square is greater or equal to 4ac, then we can provide the root. Otherwise, we cannot. Okay, so first thing is this one. Now, if this satisfies the condition, so we have to do the if then statement in programming actually, or in a blocking. So investigate first the b square, square the b, then compare it to 4ac. Is it greater or equal to? Then if it is yes, then proceed to this one. So first is we have the solution, the root 1, call it as x1. So we have negative b using plus. There are two values of x here, remember. So the plus and the minus. So using plus, we will square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Then compute again for another root, x2, and it's negative b minus, instead of plus, we use the negative for another root. So it will provide different number. So this is it. This is our target. These are the roots of the quadratic equations. So what will happen if will not satisfy? What will happen if b square is less than the 4ac? So if this is less than, so obviously mathematically this will be a negative. So it should be what? Imaginary. So the discriminant is negative, then we cannot provide the real solution. So we can put some remarks that x1 has no solution, also with x2. Okay, so these are our outputs. So we will design a code in such that this will be satisfied. Okay, so then let's go back to our MIT. So this is the designer view. Then after that, you have to click the what? Blocks view. So click it, set. So this will this actually empty because we don't have yet the work. Now all you need to do now is what? Okay. So all you need to do is to explore this one, scroll down, then find the calculate button. So what will you do with the button? When you push it, you have to do something about it. So what we need is, when you click the calculate button, it will what? Generate an answer of x1 and x2 for the root. So we will have to design. So click this one. Now when you click it, you can notice that there are blocks that will pop up in this column. So you choose this one. The ideal is this one, because when you push the calculate button, okay, when you click it, then there must be something to activate. So this is the ideal one. So is it just click it or drag it, then that's it. Okay, so what next? Next is we need to go down, because when you click it, then you need to calculate the x1. But take note that we have to what? Okay, we just assume that for simplicity that the b square is now greater compared to 4ac. So if it is true, then click this one. Then there are choices here. There are a lot of choices for the blocks that you can use. But there are only two classifications, the rounded and we have the cornered end. So this is rounded in the first case. So these are the ideal to insert because you have to insert it here. Blocks. Remember, you are playing blocks. So click again. So never use this one. Instead, you can just any of this. But by the way, this is background color and this is font size. So you have to find the text. This is it. This is the text. So we need to have text that will be placed on the level for X1, our row. So drag that, drag it. Then after that, insert it there. Okay, that's it. So what will you do? All you need to do now is what? To use the formula. So remember the formula is for X1, we have negative B plus square root of B squared plus C over 2A. So that is for what? That is for X1. Now for, okay. So all you need to do is take note. We have mathematical calculation. So because it is a mathematical calculation, we explore or find the math built-in components. So click the math, and after that, use the, by the way, as a whole is we have the plus, divide. We divide the value. So this is it. We have to divide this one. So click it and insert it here. So this will be our numerator and this will be our denominator. So for the numerator will be what? Negative B plus square root of B square minus 4AC. And this one is 2A. So how will you do it? Okay, math again. Math. In the numerator, we have to add. So click the math. Add. That's it. So this will be what? Negative B. So negative B. How will you do it? By the way, this is your B. Okay. By the way, you have to always look for your blocks. These are the blocks that we need to do it. So I need the block for B. This is B. So okay, but we have negative. So by the way, you have click this one. You can click it. Then by the way, look at this one. This is cornered, no, not a rounded part. So do not use the rounded. These are the ideals. So by the way, explore down, find the text. If it's difficult to find the text, now you can use any of this actually. As long as there must be something that we can here. Do not use this one. This one. Ideal. So okay. This we should have this value. By the way, B. Okay, this is it B, no? Because we need B. But remember, this is number. And we need text. So what you need to do for quick response, then just click the button here, then choose. So you can use it. Okay. So but take note, this must be negative B. So because negative, then go to the math again, then find the negative. This is negative number. So just drag it. That's it. Then insert this B. Okay, this is already negative B. So the formula says that this is what? Negative B. So place it here. Minus or plus square root. So we will find it. So this one is square root. So math again. Find the square root. This is your square root. Okay. After that, square root of what? B square minus 4AC. So therefore, it should be minus. So math again. Math minus. Click the minus. So insert it there. So what is inside? The square root. It should be B square minus 4AC. So take note, we have this B, no? So you can find B here, B. Or another way is because we have already B here. So just click it. Then copy or Control C. Then paste or Control B. Now, remember, this is B square. So, B square. Okay. Then, how to do the squaring of number? So, go to the math again. Then we have this one. This is actually a square of a number, because this means to have, you have to raise the number, this one, to a number. So then we'll click it. Then insert that here. So we need to square this one. So you have to type 2. So how will you type 2 here? So then math again. Then drag this one. Okay, then insert that. This is 0. Just click it. Then change that to 2. So this is already now what? B squared. So B squared. Will you push? Okay, B squared. That's it. So minus 4AC. So 4AC is, we multiply 4 times A times C. So math again, multiply. There are only 2 factors. So there are 4 factors, 4AC. So to do it, it's just click the gear icon, then add this number and insert it there to add number of terms. Okay, so there are already 3 factors. So the first is what? 4. So go to math, or take note, this is number. So just copy and paste, or Control C, Control V, insert it there. But you have to change this to 4. That's it. So A, this is A. So you have to multiply A. Where did you find A? In the blocks column, the first column. So go down, or the shortcut method is, because we have already done this one. So copy, then paste. So, but remember, this is for AC. So to do it, there is actually like a triangle here. Click it, then 4A, click it. So this is now 4A. So insert that there. Then we need C. So copy again, Control A, Control C, Control V. Then click it, then insert it there. So this is already 4AC. So square root of B square minus 4. By the way, minus is our inside now. Okay, so therefore insert it there. That's it. And after that, okay, so let's have the one again. So when you push the calculate button, you have to do something. On what? We have to do feeding up numbers on the level x1 for our root. So the formula says that it should be b squared minus, well, plus or minus 4ac divided by 2a. So it should be divided first. So the numerator should be what? The numerator should be the negative b. Then we use plus. So this is plus, minus or plus square root of b squared minus 4ac. So this should be placed here, okay, and this one is that one. So we have plus. So this is our numerator. So all you need to do is to place it there. Now, once there is a light, when it will respond to that one, it signifies that it's okay. You can fit in. Now, if you haven't see this reflected line here, it means that your syntax is wrong. Okay, but before that, we need to have this one. This is 2a. So 2a again is we need multiply. So mathematics again, multiplication. That's it. Okay. So then 2a. So number 2, click this one. Then control copy, control C, control V in your keyboard. This is 2a. So we need a. So I have a here. So copy and paste. Then insert it. Okay, so this will be what? This will be our numerator. Put it there. This will be our denominator. Then drag. You just click it, push it, then drag, and then place it inside. Then release your mouse. That's it. Now the blocks will automatically expand. Remember? So our denominator is found here. So it will automatically adjust its size so that we can insert this one. So insert this 2a in the denominator. Okay, then insert it there. That's it. This is our first what value of the root. So this is assuming that b squared is greater than 4ac for simplicity. Now let's have the what is this correct? So we will evaluate. Okay, we have to use the emulator. So in order to check without building the APK, just see from time to time you need to check if your appearance is okay or your programming initial is okay. So then click the connect, then click emulator. So for me, I have already activated my emulator. So click this one. The emulator is another app. No, you need to install it. Now, if you don't have the emulator, you can use the EL companion. So this can be found in what in the Play Store, Google Play Store. So you have to download the AI companion, MIT. Then after that, click it. Then it will generate QR. In your cell phone will be, it should have the AI companion. So click it. Then it will provide the it will connect to your cell phone. Another way is the USB. So use the wire. Connect the wire. Then click it. Then automatically it will appear to your. For me, I have my emulator. So I will activate enumerate. This is the emulator. So this is just like a cell phone that you can drag anywhere. Okay. So then look at this one. Uh, okay. Sorry. So uh, now let us have this one. Click this one, when you click this one, then you can type. For example, I have. By the way, we need to have the value of A, B, and C that has the answer. So in my pen, look at this one. I have this example here. So for x squared plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. So A must be what? 1. B is also 1. The coefficient, and this is the coefficient as a constant. This is C. So A is 1, B is 1, C is negative 12. Okay, then the answer should be what? The answer should be negative 4 and 3. So I have already calculated this one. So let's verify if our app it works on this number. If our programming is correct. So then go to your emulator. So type in 1 here. Then type for 1 for B. Okay. Then next is type C. So C is negative. So negative 12. That's it. Then done. So we have 1 for A, 1 for B, negative 12 for C. Then click this button. That's it. So the answer is 3. We don't have 4. Why? Because remember that we haven't yet programmed the for x the second row. This is only x1. So we need another one here below so that it will calculate here. And the answer should be negative 4. Okay? So to do it is what? Okay. For a quick work, we have to copy this one. Control C, Control V. So we copied everything. But take note, by the way, you can change this to x2. x2. Now then, this should be changed what? To negative. Because in a quadratic, there are two values for the positive and negative. So you have to change this. But sad to say that we cannot change this right away. No? So all you need to do is to remove this one. Okay? We can remove this one. Remove this. Okay, notice that this will be our problem. So we will change this to positive. So remove it from, remember this is numerator, denominator. So we have this plus. So we will change this to negative. So to do it is click the math again, then find the minus. Okay, this is it. So we don't need this one. So all you need to do is to drag, click it, then put in the trash. Okay. Or simplest way is when you click it, then click delete. That's it. There are many ways to do it. So then, okay, so I will return this in the menu and this will be our subtrahend, and place that in the numerator of our divisor. That's it. So, positive, negative. So, go back again the emulator. Emulator, then click again the calculate button. Okay. It doesn't show. What happened? Okay, so let's review our work. Okay, it it haven't seen here. Why? There's no answer here. Why? Because this is outside in the click button. So we click the button here. When we click the button here, everything in the side of the button should be calculated. But in this case, this one is outside in the block. So all you need to do is to insert this one, then release. That's it. So let's go back again to our emulator, then click it. That's it. This is -4. And this is correct. -4 and 3. So the number is actually interchanged, but it's okay. It's okay. So therefore, okay, so therefore we have this answer from our emulator. So next is okay. Next is what? By the way, if you want to recalculate again, so you need to reset, no? So you must click this one. Then when you click it, this should be an empty or assign this to 0 for initial value. Okay, but for now we cannot do it because we haven't yet programmed the blocks. So go to the MIT, then in the block section, find the reset button. So okay, then choose this one, click again. And after that, what you want to do it after clicking? You want A1 to be set to 0, B set to 0, C to 0. But remember, A should be also for the sake of removing the values, whatever number here A set to 0. This one also must be set to 0. Okay, so all you need to do is A. So this is a rounded. So A. So find the rounded one. Okay, then choose what? This rounded part. So this is it. No? But the problem is background. When you do it, it will pitch in, but it won't give you the number because this is background. So you are actually changing the A with the background on this. So all you need to do is to find the text. That's it. So what will you do with this one? Set to 0. So I have here the number. I have here the number. I have here the number. This copy and paste. So set this to 0. Sorry. So set this to 0. Sorry. 0. That's it. Then we have A, B, and C. So copy, paste, shortcut way. Change this to B. The same number. So copy, paste. And we have C. So our input boxes will now be empty or assigned to 0. So we need the label. Label x1 should be 0. So you cannot. There's no x1 here because this is different component. These are the input while this one is a label. So click it, then choose anywhere. Change that to text. Then that's it. Then set to 0. Control V. Then insert it. Copy for x2. That's it. Then okay. So let's go back to the emulator. Okay, so these are the answer. After clicking, then you want more calculations, click it, then this is it. This is 0. Okay, so this is actually your coding provided that b squared is greater than 0. Provided that your b squared is greater than 0. So what will happen if it's not greater than 0? If it is less than 0. So all you need to do now is before going to this one, remember we will still use the calculate button to click it, but we will remove this one and put some conditional statement. So in programming, we have the if and then statement. So it's actually a what control, no control or okay, we need to control it. So to control is we have to use the if then statement. There are many control here, but I rather choose this if then statement. Why? Because by the way, the if statement is this one should be inserted with the statement you want conditions, no conditional statement. No? We see it if b square is greater than 4ac, then do something, and this is the answer. Otherwise, it should be what? Recall our blocks, our blocking. So there should be no solution. So with that, we have if then. So we have to have the else first. So insert the else. So you notice that it was added with else here. So if satisfies the condition that b square is greater than 4ac, then it follows that this must be the activity. Okay? So what will you do? Okay, what we need to do is we will use this one. So for a quick work, control copy. So this will be what? B square. And this one is for AC. So copy B. So these are the two values that we need to. This should be greater compared to this one for AC. So how? By the way, going math again, insert something, but you cannot answer it because it doesn't have the conditional statement. So going back again to the math, then choose this one, sign of equality. But we don't need the equality. We need what? It should be greater or equal to, because when b square is equal to 4ac, the answer is 0. Take square root of 0, the answer is 0. So it's a real number. It's not an imaginary. So click this one, then insert that here. Okay, then this should be your b square, is it greater or equal to 4ac? If yes, then insert the. Okay, so that's it. Now, what will happen if b square is greater? Otherwise, so it will be executed here, else part. So then, what will you do? In x this one, copy this one. You have to what? Remove this 0. Now instead, you have to write some text. Okay, not number. So text. Then type here no solution. Okay, means that it has an imaginary. The discriminant is 0. This is for x, so put it there. Aside from that, we need to have to remarks also on x2. So copy, paste, then change this to x2. That's it. Okay. So by the way, this is the if statement. So you can bring this anywhere. By the way, that in order to activate this one, you have to insert that to the click button, because without that, you cannot. If this is outside from the click button, nothing will happen. No, nothing will happen. So insert that, set, then go. Let's try. So in our emulator, so what are the values? By the way, this one is greater than 0. No. Our previous example, the 1 for A, 1 for B, and negative for what? Negative for, no. Negative 12 for C. Okay. Calculate. These are the answers. Now, what will happen is if B square is greater than 0? So, for AC. So, I have here the example. For example, this one. I have 2x squared plus 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. So, in this case, A is 2, B is 3, C is 7. So, square of B is 9. 4AC, 4 times 2, 8. And we have the times 7, so 54. For 8 times 7 is 56. Okay. So therefore, if that's the case, the b square is less than. So the note should be what? No solution on that. So therefore, in our emulator here, in that case, Okay, sorry. This one, we will feed into reset. Reset. Okay. Then type here to, what else? B is what? B is for, then 7 for C. 7 for C. Then done. That's it. So 2, 4, 7. Then click it. No solution. Okay, so these are the codes that we need to have for our project. Okay, so the next thing to do now is what? We done with the designing. We already have the what? We have already the uh coding, designing, coding. Then this time is for building an APK. This is very important because you cannot use, we will not enjoy on your programming if you don't have the APK extension. So to do it is go back to your browser or MIT interface. So click the build button, then choose any of this. For me, I like to click the save it to my computer. Then it will have the progress bar. So it will increase its until 100%. Then you can notice that we have this. This is Google Chrome. So therefore, usually this will appear at the bottom, the downloaded part. So this is our APK. Take note of this. So then in your computer, by the way, I have my extension on my Google Drive. So I have this too. I have triple. I have quadratic formula. So you can download it. I give the uh, link on my video. So the Q formula or the quadratic formula, click that, and after that you have to download it. So click this one. By the way, I use the logo. I did not discuss the, so you can see the icon part. So you can choose your own logo. You can customize. So for me, this is my logo. If you don't have the logo, this will give you the the default icon, which is this one. So for me, I have my own logo. So then click it. Then in your cell phone, say it continue. So click this, then install it. Okay. Then take note, our device, our cell phone will block unidentified files. So don't worry, just accept extension. So install it anyway. Install it anyway. And after that, after installing, installation is completed, then click open. Set. So once open, then this will be the video. So it's okay. No, it works. So when you skip this one, you can notice in your cell phone that there is an icon here. So for me, I have this one in my cell phone. So when you use it, click it again. Okay. So this will be, that's all.